I'm explaining how to do the assignment. Um, so the assignment is for combining two codes together, and the purpose is to display the acceleration values on the OLED display screen on the Arduino kit that we have at home. Now, for doing that, I need to make use of two codes, and I start from scratch because my previous record was looking at the code that I did a bit quickly, and it wasn't helpful, so I'm going to start from scratch. So here I am going to bring two codes, and I'm going to keep the useful parts of each code and make something that fulfills the requirement of this project. So on the website, this is beginner.seed.cc website. Okay. If you forget about the address, you can always refer to the code that you have on back of your box. Now, on the right side here, we have lessons, and one of the lessons was for. It's a bit difficult to get that actually. Here, when you scroll down, lesson 7 is for displaying data on OLED, and then lesson um, 10 is about the acceleration sensor for sensing the movement. So I need two of them. I'm going to look at the displaying data on OLED first. I explained in my previous videos how you can add the library that is required for displaying anything on the OLED display screen. You can read it here if you need more information. And there is one small code, very useful example. You can just copy it, and then you go back and then you replace it here. This will be for the hello world. If you want to know more about that, you can watch the video I have for that. I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to explain how I combine them. Now I'm just going to put a line for comments. This will be my new code will come, and then I'm going to combine them together. I hope that I'm recording good. I put my webcam in a way that shows the whole screen. I hope it works. We see how it goes. Lesson 10 for sensing the movement. I'm going to click on that, and the example code for sensing the movement is here. So I copy that. I go back to my draft. I paste it here. Now, this one is also explained in previous videos for acceleration. And I showed how you can print using the serial port and so on. I'm not going to emphasize on that. I'm just going to show how you can combine these two codes together so you have X, Y, and Z displaying on your screen. Now, at the beginning, we are going to take care of the libraries and stuff that we need to have before we start the code. From my uh, my draft, I'm going to grab the part that is required for my gravity acceleration thing. I cut it and I paste it here. I like to put it after this because that one belongs to display thing, just to have a neat code. So I'm just putting it here. If you like, you can have something like a comment indicating that this is taken from acceleration example. And here end of taken from acceleration x. These are comments. Whatever we put after a couple of slashes becomes comments, so they are not a part of code. There's some information for us to look at them later on when we want to edit the code further. Now, for the setup loop, you can see that we have a couple of lines here under your for the display screen. Now I'm going to look at my setup loop for the acceleration sensor. I see that I need some of these information in place before I can have them. So I am going to start the one of them is for the portal, which is useful, and another one is using the begin and the wire library, and also extracting the values that are coming from my acceleration and also the frequency. So all useful stuff. I'm going to paste that. Look at me how I took it. I didn't cut the whole void setup thing because I don't need it. I already have my void setup there. I just need to add extra little bits inside. Did you see what I did there? So here I'm going to comment it myself, taken from acceleration example, and here I'm going to put it end of taken from acceleration example. Now inside the void loop, what I have inside the void loop, um, everything was for the hello world example, so I'm going to edit that. But before I do it, I'm just going to add a little bit of things that I have for accelerations, and so one of them is very useful. It's going to display on this serial port. If I'm not connected, it says didn't connect, so that's a useful thing to have. So a small if statement, I keep that, and I take the rest. I just cut that and I put it here. I'm just going to change it a little bit to make it suitable for my code. Now whatever is left from the gravity acceleration sensor thing is useless. I'm just getting rid of that, and yeah, that will be, oops, yeah. Now what else do I need to do? I don't want hello world. I need printing the values, the x, y, and z. Right now this code is printing them in serial port. I want double print. I want another set of print on my display screen. So I'm just going to grab those, I cut them, I bring them here, I put them here. Now the font is fine. I stick with that font. Now I'm going to have well, for me this worked last time very nicely, so I'm going to use that. First of all, I'm going to print the letter X, and you can put this one in front, or you can put this one in front, or you can put this one, up to you. This time I'm going to put this. Now next I'm going to have another cursor position, and this time I want it to be front of the other one. So I'm going to put this one, and then the value that is going to be printed should come from my acceleration. So if you look closely to this line, to this piece of line, you see that in front of print, whatever comes is variable or text. We don't have any quotation, so it will be a variable. I can directly use this, or I can use integer on the top, define it, and keep using that, labeling whatever is coming from my lis get acceleration x thing. In this case, because I want to be consistent with my previous video, I'm just going to use this one, and I replace it here. This will be the value of x, which is going to be printed in position of 0, 3. Now I need two more of these guys for y and z. I'm just going to copy it to make it tiny bit neat. I put this, and then now a little bit of this one. Now for the second one, I want it to be y, and this guy here is going to be y. And the position is very important because you don't want to overwrite the top one. So I'm just going to change that, and this one here. The last time worked very well. I see how it goes. I'm very tired. I don't know how it will turn out this time. Now this one is Z and this one should be also Z. Don't forget to change this, otherwise you will overwrite X for all of the values, so they will be all the same. If you put the code and you see, oh, all my numbers are the same, look at these functions. You won't see any error because you're saying put X for X, put X for Y, put X for Z. It's going to work, but you see that numbers are matching all the time. Now I want to make sure the addresses are fine. This is 0003 3033, and for this guy here I'm going to start from 6 and I'm going to put 6 here. Now the delay is fine. If you feel it is slow, it's not catching up with your portal, you can change the delay. It worked fine last time. I'm sticking to that. Now we verify it. So teaching acceleration on OLED Arduino. And Somayeh, when you upload your stuff, put something meaningful for the name of the file so I can find it. Now, let's see. Mhm. The verification is taking a bit longer than last time. I guess my computer is tired as well. But, okay, come on, you can do it. Now uploading it. And okay. Well, this time my X, Y, and Z are in a funny position. You can see them. I don't know if the webcam is showing it. My X, Y, Z are in one line. I didn't want it this way. I wanted to be X the value, Y the value, Z the value. So I'm going to fix that. And because of having all the numbers in one line, so digits are combined together. This is not how I like it, okay? I'm going to change the cursor position to fix that problem. For checking that, I already shared the the link that is explaining exactly how the cursor position function works. But if you need to know more, just a reference for everyone to look, the this function cursor, set a cursor x y. So the x will be the column and the y will be the row position. So I'm going back to my code. Now I'm going to change this. So assuming that that will be the for my x, if I start, my x will be the 0 and 0. So for this one it should be 3 and 0. That should fix that. X for the y, it is going to be 0 and 3, and then that would be 3 and 3. That should be okay. And then for my y it should be 0 and 6, and then this one should be 3 and 6. Now I hope that I have fixed it. It should be okay this time. We see how it goes. Sorry, my kids are playing in the other room. Okay, that's exactly how I want it. So I want x the value, y the value, and z the value, and the change. And this change should match what you can see on the monitor. So these values are matching with that. Well, I explained all the details and you saw me making mistakes and correcting it. So I hope this video will help everyone. Okay, where is my webcam to turn it off?